Welcome to Movement and Function. I'm Beth Wagner, and today I'm going to share with you my two favorite strengthening exercises and stretching exercises to get rid of pain due to IT band syndrome. Specifically, I'm addressing pain that occurs in the lateral thigh, anywhere from just below your hip all the way down to your knee. This is a common pain pattern for runners, other athletes, even weekend warriors. It typically results from muscle imbalance, usually weak gluteal muscles. And it could also have to do with poor mechanics anywhere in the chain from your feet up to your hips. This video is specifically going to show you two strengthening exercises for your glutes and two stretching exercises that will incorporate stretching from your calf all the way up to the hip. Now, typically with IT band syndrome, the first thing people do is try to stretch their IT band. However, stretching tissue that is guarding or compensating for muscle imbalance or weakness somewhere else in the chain only provides temporary relief. As soon as you go back to doing the things that you were doing, the pain returns instantly. So the best way to address this is to get at the deeper issues of strengthening weak muscles, restoring muscle balance overall, and finally improving the body mechanics. So the first two things I'll address here in this video, and then I'm going to do a separate video talking about body mechanics during walking and running. So after you finish the strengthening and stretching video, I suggest you move on to the body mechanics video. You can find the link to that video in the description below. Exercise number 1 is a bridge. Lying on your back, bend your knees so your feet are flat on the surface, about hips distance apart. Looking down, your knees should be in line with your hips and in line with your ankles. Make sure that you have a very flat pillow or no pillow at all. You don't want to do these exercises with your head bent up too far. So keep your pillow support low. Draw your belly button in towards your spine, tighten your buttocks, and lift your hips up as high as you can go. Pause here and come back down. Continue lifting, pause, and lower. Perform 20 repetitions. If that feels easy for you, move on to the next progression, which is a bridge march. Lift your hips up as high as you can go. Stay there, and now lift one knee and then lower. Lift the other knee and lower. Continue alternating sides. Do as many repetitions in a row as you can while keeping your hips at the elevated height. When you need to rest, lower down, pause, and then continue the repetitions. Build up to 20 repetitions of the bridge march. Another progression with the bridge and bridge march is to perform the exercises with your arms up off the table. This adds an additional balance requirement and core strength requirement. Lift up. Make sure to keep your belly button engaged, tucked in toward your spine. Keep your glutes engaged by squeezing your buttocks. Keep your hips at the same level and lift one leg just a couple inches off the surface, put it back down, and then the other leg, put it back down. Continue alternating sides, as many repetitions as you can while keeping your hips at that same level. And lower when you need to. The third progression is a one-leg bridge. Lift one leg off the surface, engage your abdominals, squeeze your buttocks, and lift up into the bridge. Pause, and then lower. Continue. Up, pause, and lower. Lift the other leg up, lift into the bridge, pause, and then lower. Lift up, pause, and lower. And do as many repetitions as you can, building up to 20. The next up is hip abduction using TheraBand. You could also try a strap, rope, anything you have handy at home. Wrap the band around your thighs just above your knees. Now cross the band or strap at the top to form a loop around your legs. Keeping your feet hips distance apart, bring your knees together, and then tighten the strap or rope around your thighs. Relax your hands right at the top of your thighs. Now engage your abdominals, bringing your belly button in toward your spine, and activate your glutes, tighten your buttocks, press your knees out against the resistance of the band or the strap. Pause in this outer position, and then slowly let your knees come together again. If you're using a resistance band with a good amount of stretch, continue pressing your knees out to the side, working against that resistance band. a little wider than hip distance. Pause there, and then slowly come back to the center. So be sure you don't let the band just snap your knees back into place. There's great strengthening benefit that occurs from this outer position back to the center when you move slowly. Moving on to the stretches. The first one will be a combined hamstring and calf stretch. We will also incorporate the hip adductors, the inner thigh muscles, and the hip abductors, the outer thigh muscles, including the IT band. Take the strap and wrap it around your foot. Place that foot up in the air and lower your other leg. From here, the more you lift your leg up, the more the stretch will focus on the hamstrings. The more you use the strap or band to pull your toes down, the more the stretch will bias your calf. So I recommend doing both. Lift your leg up as high as you can, pause for about 20 seconds, and then lower it a little bit and pull your toes down and hold for 20 seconds. From here, keep a little bit of stretch on the hamstrings and calf, but not maximum amount of stretch. Now bring the band or the straps into your left hand and now cross your leg over. This will bias the stretch to the outer thigh, to the IT band and the abductor muscles. Pause for 20 seconds, come back to the starting position. Now switch the band over to the right hand and lower your leg out to the right side. Go down as far as you feel comfortable going, hold for 20 seconds, and then come back to the starting position. Perform 3 repetitions, alternating from crossing your leg to the inside to opening your leg up to the outside, holding each one for 20 seconds. And then switch legs. Place the band on the ball of the left foot. All right, lift your foot up in the air, and as you lift your leg higher, you'll feel that stretch mostly in the hamstring. Hold for 20 seconds. Relax just to take the edge of the stretch off, and now pull the band or strap towards you, bending your toes in towards your chest. Hold for 20 seconds. Now moving the strap over to your left hand, let your leg fall out to the side. You might need to have something to hold on to here so that you don't lose your balance over to the side. Hold for 20 seconds, come back up to the starting position. Switch hands and cross your leg over. And hold for 20 seconds. And come back up to the starting position. Continue alternating the stretch going outside and inside 3 times. And then relax. The final stretch for this video will be a quad stretch in side lying. Now with my knees stacked and my hips forward, I'll reach down for my left ankle. And now bend that ankle up towards your buttocks. Try and keep your knees aligned. There'll be a tendency to want to lift that top knee, but try to keep your top knee on top of the bottom knee, or at least close to it. There's also a tendency to want to let the knee come forward and let your hip go backward. Try and keep your hips forward and keep your knee back. That will accentuate the stretch and include the top part of the quadriceps. Hold for 20 seconds and then release that leg. Shake it out and do it again. Do 3 repetitions on one side and then roll over and perform 3 repetitions on the other side. I hope these strengthening and stretching exercises help relieve your pain and get you back to doing the things that you love to do. Please consider giving a thumbs up to this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below and I'll get back to you right away. Here's to your healing, health, and happiness. Have a wonderful day.